So the head of DOGE, well, unofficially, because apparently he's not, but he is, and he's not. But Elon last night was on Fox News, and one of the questions came up, like, so about all those fired government employees who are a little disgruntled. And Elon, with his dead stare, goes, basically nobody's been fired. What are you talking about? So, dear 100,000 people who have been terminated, fired, let go because of DOGE and their supercuts, um, basically you're no one? Fox News, which weirdly is criticizing Trump but at the same time still bootlicking for him, has been running all these stories about, people who lost their jobs. Some have gone back, some haven't. Like the judge said, they all had to go back, but few lucky ones that took the buyout. I mean, granted, this country has millions of people, so like 100,000 isn't like the biggest group, but it is a group of. Is there government bloat? Yes. Is there government bloat for staff? Not really. And honestly, whatever has been let go, whatever has been cut, even when the Democrats come back in power, is not going to be put back. Maybe they'll have to do something to try to clean up water, but they're not going to bring back the Clean Water Act. They might have to do something about, like, maybe we shouldn't be dumping toxic sludge on children's playgrounds, but they're not going to bring back everything that has been put in place. And if our government figures out how to run with 100,000 less people, we're not going to rush to hire them back. It's going to be like nurses and teachers who are just going to be expected to do more work with less staff. Historically, Republicans fuck it up, Democrats come in and fix it, and then during the good times, Republicans are like, hey, we can make things even better, and people vote for Republicans, and they come in and they undo everything that Democrats have done, take credit for the few things that Democrats, have made more successful, and the cycle repeats itself, like just going back to your toxic ex over and over and over again. And even the people who were fired by DOGE are like, yeah, you know what? I voted for Trump, disappointed that he didn't, but would I vote for him again? You betcha. So just know, in 2028, pretty much all of MAGA will vote MAGA again. Despite the fact that they've lost their job, or their farm subsidy, or their education, or their research grant, Elon looked dead in the camera and called 100,000 fired people no one. And that's literally what they think of them. Like, that's no one, that's nothing. If we had had our way, more of those losers would be gone. The longer fascism is allowed to grow and spread, the harder it is to rein it back in and control it. We are 90 days in and people are not rioting. And by rioting, I mean sitting home and doing nothing, not participating in society. Because there is a huge belief that if you go out and march, they are going to declare martial law. You have half the military right now convinced that Pete Hegseth absolutely should have been using Signal because, you know what, who are we to judge how he does his job? Do I firmly believe that the U.S. military will side with Trump and follow his command for martial law? Yeah. With every interview, they make it beyond clear they give not a fuck about American society. And yet, people get interviewed on Fox News that still they love Trump. They're not happy that they just got screwed, but they love Trump. They support it all. Like, I don't like the fact that my boyfriend abuses me, but he is a great abuser. It makes no sense, but somehow makes perfect sense.